All right, everyone. It is game 4 of the Worlds Beyond tournament. My High Elf fleets against the Plague Demons. Yeah. So let's go into this one as well. Yeah. It's been a really good tournament. Just some really close games, and we'll see how this one goes as well. So, game 4 of the Worlds Beyond tournament. 1,500 points, 5 objectives, a 4x4 table. I am 2-1 at this point here, and I'm going up against another 2-1 list. So now we're really starting to get into some of the people who've done very well in the tournament. So let's go look at this list. So the army lists going forward, I've already shown mine, but we'll go through it again if you're the first one you're watching. So Elven Noble, I've got with a Shield of Grace and an Energy Field, so that's giving both regen and stealth to the unit he's in. He is in the Revenant squad. I like to, for organization's sake, just put it this way. And I got Shield Wall on him. 5 mana units of Protectors, 10 mana unit of Revenants with dual Mirror Scythes, so they're my sort of fast hand-to-hands. 10 mana unit of Retributors that I've also given Shield of Grace to. I've got a Energy Sword and Dire Sword in there as well. 5 mana unit of Shifters, and then a 6-man combined unit of Scorchers with fusion rifles. All right, for my opponent, so really good list. Ascended Harbinger of Plague. He's got him with some Plague Swords. Just really coming in, really tough. Quality 2 as well. So yeah, just a really tough unit. 2 Champions of Plague. He's got them both with the Plague Swords, and he's got them both with the Blessing of Plague. These 2 units are combined with these Plague Swarms. So it's a really interesting strategy where he's sort of combining up these Plague Swarms, and he's using these as almost like extra wounds for the leader. Really cool idea. Yeah. And then he's got 2 units of Plague Flyers that he's got some ranged attack. He's got a musician and a banner in these, and then the other one he's got both musicians and banners. So he's got a little extra range, and he's got an extra morale for both of these units as well. So really good unit. It's tough, it's durable, but can also hit things as well. All right, so let's look at the setup here. So for me, again, I know I can't. He's got Scout for everything. So what I do is sort of self-contained setup here. I set up everything close. You can see as well, I've got those Banshees in terrain. He has a lot of Strider in this army, so difficult terrain isn't that big of a deal. And you'll notice there's a pond here. This pond here is dangerous terrain. For him, again, these 2 ponds are dangerous terrains. And he just sets up his 2 leaders with the 2 Plague Swarms beside them. Just pretty straightforward. And yeah, this is just the battle here. So the objectives, again, we both of us just really tried to keep the objectives very close to one another. So I think they get bumped around, but basically each of these objectives are like a minimum of 9 inches. All right, turn 1, the High Elf fleets. I did get a chance to go first. So let's see what happens here. First thing I do is just move up the Avengers, and I shoot into the squad. Luckily, I have Rending, so I'm able to negate some of that regen. I do some damage, but he's, not as much. I think I only do like 4 wounds. He's got that Putrid save as well, so it's not... he's got a 5-up save because of cover, and then he's got, if I don't rend, he's got a 6-up Putrid save. So yeah, I do a little bit of wounds. He goes ahead and just charges me. Kills some. Yeah, I think he takes the unit down to half. I do some in return, but I do manage to pass my morale. At this point, I just move up the Scorchers. The Scorchers shoot, and I think we're able to kill a few of them. Yeah, like 2 swarms, which just makes sense. Remember, those deadly on those swarms that they have regen, they can easily tank an extra shot. So my Scorchers aren't really being as efficient as they could be because he's got that. These swarms are just, again, they work very well. He moves up his eyes over here. He basically is trying to grab both of these objectives. That's why he's spreading them out. He wants to basically grab both of the objectives. At this point, I just charge my Banshees straight through. I go ahead and with with Rending and AP1s, I'm able to wipe all of his squad. He does kill 2 in return, but he does fail his morale, so he runs. The thing about these guys, they're only quality 4, so I am able to kill them off. And then I'm able to consolidate. Again, these got bumped, but basically I'm able to get within 3 inches of both of these objectives. All right, and then the shifters, they move up, they grab this objective, and they shoot into this squad. Continue to whittle them down. I take him down to 1 or 2 wounds, but he does waver, so that's pretty good. And then afterwards, I know that he's going first next turn, so actually the Guardians, they just move around the shifters. I'm sorry, they just move around the Scorchers. The Scorchers are very important. So what I do is I sort of form a box where I'm keeping everyone away from the Scorchers, and then if he's going to charge me, he's got this dangerous terrain he's going to land in. So that's just the end of turn 1. I grab 2 objectives. I technically grabbed 4 objectives during this turn, while he has just a wavered leader. So yeah, of course we know what's going to happen next turn. He's coming in. So yeah, that's just a picture there, and you can kind of see I've formed this bubble around the Scorchers so they aren't charged, and I'm able to get some value out of them. All right, turn 2, Plague Demons do get to go first, and we know what's going on. He's going to drop, so he drops his Plague Flyers, he drops another Plague Flyers, and he drops his big guy as well. Again, these guys have Strider, so they're not too worried about this difficult terrain. All right, he does get to go first. First thing he does, he goes ahead and charges these Banshees. Kills a lot of them, but I do manage to pass my morale, and so I'm able to consolidate back. So yeah, luckily, a little lucky on my part that he doesn't wipe the squad. Yeah, that's just showing a picture of just the consolidation moves. So at this point, I just move up my Scorchers. I shoot him. I actually do a fair number of wounds on him, but I don't kill him. So yeah, because he does have Putrid. And that's the thing, these Putrid saves are very good. I do wound him, but he's, yeah, quality 2, he passes that morale. He moves up his Plague guys, shoots at my Banshees, kills the remaining 2. It's just my leader left, who does pass his morale. The Shifters move up, they shoot. Again, this is what these 2 squads, the Scorchers and the Shifters, I know I'm facing a lot of Def 2 big guys. They both shoot into his big guy. Go ahead and kill him off. So Harbinger of Plague is dead, or I forgot, I think he's the Harbinger. Yeah, these guys, they fly through the difficult terrain. Remember, they can't control objectives this turn, but they do wipe the Guardian squad, which is, my Guardian squad is sort of chaff for me, so that's okay. The Avengers, they move up. You're going to notice here as well, so this pond here is dangerous terrain. So what I try to do is, next turn, if he does want to go into my Scorchers, he's going to have to eat some dangerous terrains. So I do that, and actually these Avengers, they just shoot into the leader and finish the leader off. I know I'm just need to go ahead and just take him out, and I go ahead and do that. Yeah, and that's just again my leader sort of moving forward and just contesting this objective as well. Yeah. And remember, well, I'm sorry. Actually, I grabbed the objectives because I forget he can't contest this turn. So yeah, that's just the end of turn 2, where he's got his Plague guys coming in, and we'll see how it goes. He does get to go first next turn. So turn 3, Plague Demons do get to go first. Yeah, he's probably just going to eat as he does. He flies. He uses his Strider, and he goes in here, and he eats my spiders. So they're gone, and then he consolidates on the objectives, claiming them. At this point, my Scorchers. One thing I do is I move up this Scorcher. I'm able to get within 3 to contest this objective, and then they shoot into this squad. I do like 7 or 8 wounds. I think I kill 2 of them, I know. And actually I waver this guy, so it's a 3-up, but I do waver him. He goes ahead, and that's a big deal because he can't attack this turn. He just goes ahead and unwavers. And then the Avengers, they move up, they shoot him, and I do 1 wound on him, but I waver him again. That's 2 3-ups in a row that he has failed, so the waiver is there. Afterwards, the leader, remember, this guy is wavered, so all I have to do is 1 wound. I charge in, I do one wound on him. Because he is wavered, he automatically routes. So with just doing 1 wound, I'm able to rout him, and then I grab this objective. That double waver was very key to this game, and yeah, you can kind of see here that he grabs 1 objective here, and then I grab 2, and I contest this objective on top. Turn 4, he does get to go first as Plague Demons. So on turn 4, he just goes ahead and charges and eats my Scorchers, but they've done their job, and then he consolidates back. So these got bumped around. Like I said, I know some of these times, but basically I had the room and we talked about this earlier. We're like, well, we forgot it, but basically we didn't bother to move them because I did have the room to just run and grab both of these objectives being 9 inches away. So this is just showing that it happens, but we always make sure that that we're tweaking it afterwards. Anyway, so I do grab both of these objectives with these Avengers. The other thing I do is I actually don't want to charge these guys. So I don't. My leader just rushes and just gets within 3 inches. I don't want to charge these guys because he could kill them and then consolidate and turn it into a tie. So actually, it is a 2-1 victory. I grab these 2 objectives. I'm able to contest this one, and he grabs the last one. Remember, the 5th objective over here was never actually even grabbed. So it's just a 2-1 victory for the High Elf fleet. It's a very close game. It really, I think what really came down to the double waver on a 3-up was very key on turn 3. Stopped him from just eating another of my units. Yeah, let's just talk about some learning points. One, I really like this combined squad of swarms with regen that he did with his leader. Really nice. It's almost like it was a really interesting use of swarms. He also had a good amount of strider and flying. Really compare that to the previous game where the war demons, I was really able to abuse terrain to stop him from getting charges. So this army had the strider and flying that didn't care about that. The other thing is I was using dangerous terrain to my advantage, where I was walking around it and basically saying if you want to charge certain units, you have to go in dangerous terrain. That's a minor thing. As well, I always say, remember, don't ambush if you don't need to. This army I knew was going to be in my face. I didn't have a reason to ambush in those spiders. All right, that is game 4. I end up being, again, 3-1. And I think on victory points, I barely managed to scrape out a second place. Because I did manage to kill a lot of armies. So, always interested in feedback. Like, subscribe, and comment. And send me any bat rips that you have for analysis. Thank you so much.